Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Thursday, July 9th. Seeing some partly to mostly cloudy skies out there with low clouds between about 1,000 to 2,000 feet. We're going to continue to see these similar sky conditions throughout much of the workday until we get into the mid-afternoon hours. Then as we'll start to see clouds increase just a little bit, and then seeing shower chances increase once we get towards the late afternoon and evening, and then really seeing those rain chances increase tonight with some periods of heavy rain as we have a low pressure system that's going to skirt the coast as we get into the early hours of tomorrow. Taking a look at our surface analysis this morning, we have this broad low here just off of the southeastern coast of North Carolina. That is giving us a large area of showers and storms off of Cape Hatteras. There is an 80% chance that it will be acquiring some tropical characteristics as it is over the water and slowly moves towards the northeast along the mid-Atlantic coastline. As we move into tonight and this system slowly moves north-northeast, we're going to continue to see it's very slowly intensifying, and then once it gets off our shore later tonight, we're going to be impacted by this large area of showers and storms. Winds shouldn't be too bad, seeing wind gusts max out at around 35 knots at times as we go into tomorrow morning. The biggest issue does look like it's going to be some potentially flooding rains as we go, especially into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick look at our radar this morning. We are already seeing some showers offshore associated with that system. They do appear to be dissipating as they approach our coast, but as we get into the mid-afternoon hours, we could be seeing some of them last long enough and perhaps seeing a very, very brief shower across the area. And then as we go towards the late afternoon and evening, we'll start to see those shower chances slowly increase as that low continues to move north closer and closer to our area. Taking a look at our satellite as well, you can see that this large area of low cloudiness pretty much across the entire coastal mid-Atlantic. You can see that swirl from the low there off of the coast of North Carolina. It is broadening a bit, and it is showing signs of consolidating as you start to see this area of showers and storms build more around that low. So this is a sign that it could actually be intensifying and acquiring perhaps some tropical characteristics as we see these showers and storms start to slowly wrap around this low center. So that could be a sign that it is indeed starting to show more tropical characteristics. Now taking a look at the hurricane center, you see we have an 80% chance, and they are going to investigate this closer this afternoon, and so we will be keeping an eye on this. But regardless, we are not expecting any sort of tropical storm winds with this system. Mainly just going to be seeing some heavy rain and perhaps an embedded thunderstorm or two as we go into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds, we are seeing those winds easterly pretty much across the entire column, only running around 10 to 15 knots as well. We'll see these upper level winds slowly increase throughout the day as that system approaches the area, seeing a freezing level very high this morning, around 16,000 feet. For today, going to be looking at a high of around 84 degrees late this morning into the early afternoon. Easterly winds are going to increase to 10 to 15 knots and gusty towards the afternoon hours, and then continuing to increase after sunset tonight, possibly seeing a wind advisory before midnight, and then wind advisory becoming more likely as we get after midnight into the pre-dawn hours of Friday. Expecting a low tomorrow of 75, but the main story is going to be those rain chances. We are going to be seeing, like I said, a very slight chance of an isolated shower between noon and 4 p.m. Chances increase a bit between 4 and 8 p.m., and then we're going to start to see those rain chances become likely mainly after midnight tonight. That is when our best chances of rain going to be, and then our heaviest rain with the best chance for a thunderstorm won't occur until about 4 a.m. into the mid to perhaps late morning hours of Friday. There still is some uncertainty on the track and intensity of this low, but it is going to be giving us some heavy rain regardless, it looks like, but we'll continue to monitor that as we go into tonight, into this afternoon, into this evening. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, going to continue to see clouds around 1,500 feet, give or take, becoming scattered or broken at times this afternoon, as well as seeing some broken cirrus clouds move across the area this afternoon. As we get into this evening, as we start to see rain chances increase, our ceilings will drop down at around 500 feet, perhaps below that, especially after midnight, and then seeing those chances of heavy rain with those low ceilings through at least the early morning hours of tomorrow. Still seeing tides slightly above normal across the Del Mar Atlantic coast, but those tides should increase further as that low with that easterly flow continues to increase as we go into tonight, into tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at our short-term model here. This is one of our short-term models that we look at. This is 2 p.m. and still not showing any rain as we go towards 4 p.m. here, but that's when we will start to see rain chances ramp up with just some light showers. The heaviest rain does look like it's going to remain offshore for a while. This is 8 p.m. We should start to be seeing some consistent shower activity starting then, and then as we go into midnight, that's when we'll start to see chances for some moderate to heavier rain, perhaps even an embedded thunderstorm. And this is 4 a.m. and that's when our best chance to see some very heavy rain and perhaps a thunderstorm across the peninsula. And also our winds are going to be increasing a bit during this time as well. Now moving through the rest of the morning hours for tomorrow, this is 8 a.m. We should actually start to see the rain taper off once we get towards the mid-morning as that low is going to lift north of the region, taking the dynamics and moisture with it. Could be seeing showers linger through the rest of the morning hours and then perhaps through lunchtime. But it does look like once we get to the afternoon, that rain should be completely north of the area, and seeing things dry out and those winds will decrease at that time as well. Now let's take a look at our long-term model to show you how we're going to see the weather pattern progress as we go over the next several days here. So this is this evening when we see that low that's going to be approaching the area. This model does have more of the rain actually staying offshore, but still believe that we are going to be seeing heavy rain as we go into pre-dawn hours of tomorrow, and then seeing that rain out of there by the afternoon. This time frame is going to be 8 p.m. tomorrow, and things should definitely have been dried out. As we go into Saturday, we're going to see a front approach the region, and we're still going to be seeing quite a bit of moisture, especially in the lower levels, and that should help to aid some thunderstorm development as we go throughout the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Could be seeing some strong thunderstorms as well across the Wallops region. As we go into Sunday, going to still be seeing a little chance of a pop-up thunderstorm, and not quite as much, but Saturday and Sunday are going to be a very hot days, looking at temperatures in the low 90s. Those temperatures in the 90s will persist through Monday, still seeing a slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm as we go into Monday, and then starting to see things dry out a bit as we go into the middle of next week. Just a continued chance of a pop-up thunderstorm Tuesday. Wednesday, we should continue to see things dry out a bit. This has some moisture across the area, but right now we are not forecasting thunderstorms for the middle of next week. So taking a look at our 7-day forecast, going to be 84 today. We should start to see those showers after about 4 p.m. It'll be when we start to see a better chance, then becoming likely towards this evening. Overnight, seeing those rain chances continuing to increase, especially after midnight, when we should start to see some chances for thunderstorms, as well as seeing more heavier rain. Our best chance for heavy rain right now looks to be between 4 and 8 a.m. tomorrow. Seeing showers persist throughout the morning hours tomorrow, and then starting to dry out in the afternoon. Going to be seeing another high of 84 tomorrow. Saturday is going to be dry throughout much of the day. We're also going to be seeing some good southwesterly flow and a little bit of subsidence perhaps from that departing low pressure system, and that should help to aid temperatures rising into the low 90s across much of the Delmarva. We are going to be seeing that front approach the area in the late afternoon, evening, giving us a chance of some thunderstorms, perhaps even an isolated strong thunderstorm across the region. Sunday is going to be a little bit better, still very hot out there, only a high with those highs down to the low 90s. Could also be seeing those heat index values near 100 degrees or perhaps a little bit more across the region as we go into this weekend. Monday also going to be very similar to Sunday. High of 92, chance of an isolated pop-up thunderstorm. And then Tuesday and Wednesday looks like we'll start to dry out a bit. Still can't rule out an isolated pop-up thunderstorm as it is our time of the year for that as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. But right now, just looking like temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90, very mild lows in the mid 70s under partly cloudy skies. That will do it for your daily weather briefing. Have a great day.